Hey Crystal, hey Aaliyah, how are you guys doing today? It's morning here in Norfolk, Virginia at the Lafayette house that you had expressed interest in. Sorry, I looked a little rough today. Had a very long day yesterday, so anyways, we're gonna get in this house and we're gonna look at everything. It is raining here in Norfolk and Virginia Beach and surrounding cities, so it's actually pretty chilly outside today, which it's been hot for days, but so please forgive me for that. Can't control the weather, so if you did want to come and look at it at a different time after this, let's say you had interest after seeing this house today, we could always go back and look at it again on a sunny day like tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but Monday. So with that being said, I'm gonna kind of show you the surrounding area. I will say it's kind of on a busy street. I wouldn't say like the busiest street in Norfolk, but a busier street, but this is on the corner, and so the driveway's in the back, so that is cool. So you're not just and you're pretty decently far back from the street, but I did want to let you know it is on a semi busy street. Okay, thank you. We're gonna take a walk down, show you your neighbors. See, this is what I mean by street, but you're pretty decently back from the street. Some people's driveways are in the front. This particular house is in the back. I doubt I'll be able to talk to any neighbors today. I don't think anybody will be out, but and then we'll go down the other side before the showing ends. And we're gonna get started here. It has slowed down on the rain, but so yeah, definitely a busy street. Just something to take into consideration. You're right next to a church, but we'll get in the house now and kind of look at this part. So let's get started. All right, we're gonna get started at 1721 Lafayette. You got a beautiful open front porch here, which seems to be really nice. Welcome in. All right, welcome in. All right. As you walk in, of course, you have your stairs straight up, right in front. You do have beautiful, these are original hardwood floors that, I don't know if they're the original, but they are hardwood floors that have been well kept, and looks like they have been taken care of over time. They don't make hardwood floor like this anymore. It's really nice. A lot of people love it, but to each is their own on that specific subject. And to the left, you got a living room with a wood burning fireplace. And that is wood burning for sure. or a family room. And there's the front door that I came in. And this looks like it's been freshly painted. Or they've just really kept it up well, one of the two. And then behind us is, and after we've seen the living room, I'll do another 360 just to show you again. I'm looking for stains or anything like that in the ceiling, and I don't see any. No cracks. And as we go into the dining room, you have a accent wall there, light blue accent wall. And you have French doors that open up and close up between the living room and the dining room. And then in here is your kitchen. All right, as we walk into the kitchen, you have a breakfast bar right there with granite countertops and a coffee nook and a wine rack right above. The cabinets aren't soft closed, but they do seem to be in good condition. They could use a little bit of cleaning or spruce up. I don't know if I can show you, yeah. Possibly some refinishing, but they're not falling apart by any means. And then in here, you have stainless steel refrigerator with a dishwasher and another accent wall right there. Looks like someone had tea this morning. And right behind there, which is sometimes a common thing here in Virginia, is the laundry room. All right, as we walk into the laundry room, wow, this is a basement. So technically this is a partial basement. So here's your laundry room. And then you do have a oil heating. I don't know what the age is on this. This could just be a secondary source of heating. Some of these houses in Norfolk do have secondary sources of heating. Like, let's say the original house had oil or to heat through the baseboards. Sometimes they leave it there as a secondary source of heating. That doesn't mean that that's the main source of heating. So I just wanted to let you know that. Sometimes it's easier to leave it in than remove it. All right, so here's your water heater. And please excuse me, it's a little not dark down here, but my phone's probably not doing justice. The serial number is not there, as you can see, or the manufacturer date, so I really can't tell you the age of it. But it looks newer. I mean, I'm not saying it was put in yesterday, but it looks to be within the 5-year range. If I had to put a number on it, but I could, you know, again, I'm not an inspector. I'm just basing it off of experience. I've rehabbed many homes myself, so and my friend does own a contracting company, but I bring him a lot of work. So when I say things, I'm basing it off experience. At the end of the day, a home inspector would be able to tell you for sure how old that water heater is. But again, no stains on the ceiling. And I don't see any baseboard heat though, which is strange. That they have an oil. And then back here is probably the exit to the backyard. All right, we're outside in the backyard, and you have a nice deck. And it does look like you have a walk down for somebody that may be handicapped, from what I can see. I mean, not fully handicapped, but may need a walker or a wheelchair. And then here's the backyard. And you do have a white picket fence right here, which is vinyl. And then you have 2 HVACs that so that oil heating is probably, I'll check into it, make sure, unless this HVAC is non-functional, because it's not right. It's a 2021 manufacture date. So with that being said, you do have 2 HVACs. One probably for the downstairs. Well, obviously one for the downstairs and one for the upstairs. I'm not sure which one that cools. I would say probably the upstairs. And then here is a 2023. So, sorry, my camera angle can only go so far back here. And then you have a detached garage. We'll come back out and look at that. You got a nice little fire pit right there for gatherings. And the roof looks like it is in good condition. It's a 30-year architectural shingle. I'm not exactly sure when they put it in, but I can certainly find out. We're back in the house, and again, there's your kitchen, dining room area, the way to the backyard, your coffee nook, your breakfast bar. And then here, this is an older style 6-panel door, and these diamond doorknobs is what they used. So they've tried to keep the originality of this house while keeping it up. Obviously things have been done to this house since it was built, but a lot of the owners that own houses that have that originality, they try to keep it that originality. So we're gonna head into the first. All right, this is a first floor bedroom. This is definitely not, I don't believe, the primary. There's the radiators right there. So that would be a secondary source of heat if you wanted to use it. But trying to look for a vent in here. They do have, yeah, so there's a vent. So I mean, the house is, for its age, has been kept up very well so far. I mean, just like any house. There's some small things here and there, but nothing crazy. They've kept this house up very nice. So again, we're back out. Let me give you a better, there's the ceiling fan, you got the radiator, you got 3 windows right there for lighting, and a 4th window right behind you. To me, it looks like there are some older gentlemen, older people, I shouldn't say gentlemen, that do live in this house. They probably lived here for a long time. I would have to look at the history. All right, we're gonna go upstairs now. And this is all hardwood, by the way. There's another bedroom right here. And then there's a closet. You got 3 windows. Now these windows right here, I'm gonna zoom in real quick. These are original Windows C for a VA loan. That's probably gonna be required that they replace these windows. Not the end of the world, or I mean, that, see how it's broken apart right there. Sorry for zooming in, so I just wanted to show you. So these windows up here are original. I'll check the windows downstairs again. So, and again, you have the same problem going over here. So that's one of the first problems that I've really kind of seen that stuck out to me. And it looks like up here they didn't do as well as a painting job. So it looks like they started to paint maybe another neutral color, and then just, I don't know, gave up. But that is not a water stain or anything like that. It's definitely paint. As you can kind of see it. I can. I'm trying my best to show it. If you can see the paint difference, it looks like they just kind of didn't follow through in that little area where the air comes out. So that's an air vent right there next to the light. And again, I always like to show my clients the ceilings. And then they do have the original style baseboards, like the larger baseboards that go with this house, which honestly, I think it does fit this house for the style and age. And then you do have a coat closet, well, a closet where they put some stuff in. I wouldn't say coat closet because they have other clothes besides coats in there. Then you do have a very old thermostat. I do not know if that one is still in. It does not look like it's still en route. Hopefully we find another thermostat up here. All right, here's the next room. And it looks like they're using this room as an office space. As you can see, doesn't look like they tried to paint this room like they did the other one a different color. Maybe that was a while back. But this does, actually it does have a different color. I mean, on the walls, but I mean, the ceiling where they just kind of gave up. The downstairs looked really nice. There's the flooring, as you can see. I'll try to move that rug just to make sure they're not hiding anything. I doubt they are. Sorry if this part of the video looks sloppy. And I'll do the other side, but no, they're not hiding anything. It's just a rug. I definitely don't want to mess up their place, but I always have to check if there's something crazy going on under there. No. It's just a rug. Alright, so yeah. This is one of the other bedrooms in the house. You got a TV there, so they're not using it as a bedroom right now. They're using it more as a media room. There's your vent for heating and cooling. So it looks like the air handler for the downstairs is coming from under the crawl space or the basement slash, it's a partial basement, partial crawl space, I believe. It's not a full-on basement. And then the air handler up here is coming from the attic because again, the air vent right there is on the ceiling. So and this room does not look, yeah, that's a radiator cover right there, by the way. So that is a radiator. I was about to say I didn't see one, but that's a radiator cover. All right, as we walk out of the second bedroom on the left side, we're gonna make our way across. And the bedrooms are decent sized here. This It does have a radiator. The only thing I will say is that the windows, especially upstairs, and I'll double check downstairs, are definitely on the older side. I mean, they are, yeah, they're definitely on the older side. There's your attic space right there. That's called a scuttle access. So it doesn't drop down. You would need a ladder to get up there. And it looks like, again, it might be only 2 people living here. So, and this is a closet, obviously. So it just opens up. And I think the 2 people that are living here are using up all the closet space. So I don't think anybody's sleeping on a couch. And the wall is textured, and that's definitely, that's plaster. So you have plaster walls, which makes sense for this age of the house. And then you do have a random storage place. There's no lighting in here, so it's kind of hard to see everything. They did not paint in here, it looks like. At least on the side of the walls, they haven't. So some touch-up can be, some paint touch-up is definitely, and maybe some, well, not maybe, and some paint preparation for sure. But that is just a storage, place. So I don't know how many people are really gonna notice that. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next room. We're on the right side of the upstairs. Here's one of the full bathrooms. It looks like they did this hexagon tile. It does need to be recaulked right here, as it is separating a bit. Definitely needs to be recaulked where this is at. I'm not sure 100% what caused that. And then the current shower needs to be recaulked. And then there's your, so you have a medicine cabinet above there. And this mirror, excuse me for being in this, is definitely older. And the vanity is not as old as that mirror. And then the light fixtures are probably within. And then you do have a walk-in shower. And it does have tile. But there are some things going on. This needs to be re-grouted. See that right up there? Again, these are all something the home inspectors would hit. You know, no house is going to be perfect on resale, but that is something that the seller is going to have to fix. And it looks like they have a bar put in place to, you know, for someone if they need help standing. And this is the bathroom. It does have a radiator in here. So, a few things in this bathroom that need to be, rerouting the hexagon flooring right there. But if you ever go to this house reminds me of my my aunt-in-law's house in Silver Springs, Maryland, and some of their friends that live in DC. Alright, as we walk out of the bathroom, we go to the final bedroom, and this looks like to be a music room right as now. The hardwood floor could use some loving in this room. Compared to the rest of the house, I didn't see any problems at all. It does look like right here that needs to be matched and restained. I mean, it's just that one little area, and I'm not sure about the mat. I know I've been in here for a while, so I'll check real quick. Yeah, definitely under the mat as well. It's like they've taken care of. And again, it's not like rotten or anything like that, but it does need to be refinished, restained, and there is a little bit of a, yeah, you know, you don't want to leave it raw like that without a stain on top or polyurethane, because then it can eventually lead to further issues. So, and I'm sorry if that was not so perfect in terms of and then again, here's a closet. Alright, so recap, there's one of the bathrooms. There's probably another closet right here. I don't think we checked this out. Another storage closet right here. It's dark in there. So, a lot of storage space. The ceilings up here are really tall. And this right here behind, if you ever had a plumbing issue with the shower, they would open that up and get to it that way. Usually when I see sheetrock or plaster behind that shower, it makes it much harder to get to that plumbing issue. If there ever was, I'm not saying there is a plumbing issue at all. I'm just saying if there was, it's easier to get to. It makes the plumber's job. Shower's working fine. That mat right there, which obviously is just someone's preference. Definitely slowing the drain of the water, but overall, besides, the tiles definitely got to get fixed there. And then again, you had this other bedroom. These bedrooms are nice sized. They're just not being used as bedrooms right now. Definitely nice sized bedrooms. Like, they're all kind of like the same, close to the same size, which is nice in a way. I feel like some houses have like one giant master bedroom, and then some of the other bedrooms are smaller. So again, I don't know if I'll talk to any neighbors on this one today, but I do know the area. So again, I'm not allowed to say if an area is bad or if it's good, but I can give you a breakdown of what's near the area, and there's a report that we can pull up in one of our softwares called Realist to give you a breakdown. All right, we're gonna hit on this bedroom. We're finishing up this bedroom right here. There is a bath. So you have a primary bedroom on the first floor with an ensuite, which is nice. And again, I don't know what they did with the tile here. I mean, that just doesn't look very professional, but I'm not sure who did this or how long ago it was done. I'm not saying it compromises the shower, but it just, tile should be straight. Alright, but it does have a window, so you recommended that you bought, if you were to use this shower, that you buy one of those. Oh, you have blinds there, so you can put the blinds up, but I would even go further as of putting like one of those little clear, you can stick it on there and it clears, fogs the window. But that's cool. So, and I think there's 3 bathrooms total, and it's a full bathroom. And right here is your closet. Very nice. The tile work could have been better, but again, I'm not saying that it compromises the house, but just something But overall, this house is really nice. It has a lot of that old historic charm, and a lot of people love that here in Norfolk. Everybody has their own tastes, but this does have beautiful hardwood floors throughout, a nice kitchen. There's a lot of space in this house. So we're gonna do the tour of the backyard. At the end, I'm gonna lock up. All right, so we've seen the front, and I walked down the street quite a bit. Here's the street, like I said. It is a busy road, but your parking's really on the side. And then you do have a 2-car garage right there. Unfortunately, they didn't have a key. It's the second one we've gone to. They didn't have a key. Let me see. To the door. I'm sure they will. Well, they'll have to have it. It's locked. Yeah, unfortunately. Looks like they're using it more for storage space than a garage. But yeah, here's your driveway. You could fit about, if you park straight, at least 3. You could probably fit 4, but it depends on the car size. But that's a view of the back end of the house. And I just wanted to walk down, show you the other side of the neighbors. I believe that's a church right there. Might be a school. Yeah. Most of these houses have that old, Norfolk was built, and Norfolk has been around since the Civil War, or before the Civil War. As you know, Virginia was one of the first founded places in America. It's technically not the first state, however, we have a place called First Landing Park because, and then you do have a random new construction, or newer construction. I'm not saying it was built yesterday. Got a really nice house right there. It looks like it has an in-law suite.